Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about rumors. Let's talk about facts.
We gon' talk about life. We gon' talk about death. Romance, finances, generational wealth.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Hello. How's everybody doing?
Let y'all come on in. This is gonna be a fun topic tonight. You know, sometimes you get a little serious, but tonight we're not gonna be so serious.
Mm-mm.
So when you guys get in, let us know that you're here.
And I guess we did introduce ourselves.
Yeah, I guess that would work, huh?
Yeah. Well, I am Marsha E. Dudley,
And I am Etoya Lewis.
and welcome to
Let's talk about it. Okay. So how has your week been going this week?
It's been stressful,
Wow. Why?
overwhelming.
Why so stressful? Why so overwhelming?
New job. Well, not new job, but just changing job. You know, that normal stuff that you don't have to worry about. You know, that work stuff. You know,
I don't have to worry about it.
9 to 5. You don't worry about 9 to 5.
I do not worry about 9 to 5.
Mm-mm.
But you didn't have to put me on blast like that.
You know you don't work. All right.
Okay. So my week has been pretty quiet
Yes.
because all I do is go to school. I feel like I'm a professional student.
You are a professional
I
student.
feel like I'm a professional student. I mean, pays the bills, so
That's right.
I can't be mad at it.
Ask how many degrees she have.
Don't be all up on my wall. Don't be all up on my wall.
She has a
But
whole
what I don't
PhD.
have is a master's degree. But what I am going for now is my master's degree.
Well, you got 12.
Because my good friend Nikita Grayson, she went and got hers, and I was motivated. So when you know better, you do better. And what am I doing? Better.
That's right.
And that's what we're gonna really be talking about tonight.
That was a good segue.
You like that?
Yeah, that really was.
Look at me with a segue.
Mhm.
No, but seriously, we're going to be talking about why does my life offend you? And that goes out to all of the people who always have something to say about what you do in your life.
Yeah.
Because it makes no sense. So I feel like they're a little offended by my greatness, if that's what we want to call it.
Yeah.
I feel like I can call it greatness. Because I tell my kids all the time, go be great. And I've told them that for so many years. Like every morning they got up to go to school. Be great today. Be great.
That's
Please
what I
be
tell
great.
my kids. That's what I tell my kids. Be great. And that's my favorite word. It's great. One of them. So let me pause for the cause. Do y'all not see these hats we got on? All right. We decided to wear hats today. Change it up a little bit. Or either
Cover
our
our
house
head.
was toe up. I almost said our hair was toe up.
I mean, I got these little comb twists, but I hadn't been taking care of them properly. So
My braids turn into dreadlocks.
yeah, that's kind of what I look like right now.
Okay, so let's jump on in there. Like I said, everybody can jump in, and a lot of people love to go back and do the replay. So we're going to respect everybody's time tonight,
Yes.
and we're going to talk about it.
Okay.
So as you were talking
Hello,
about,
Samantha. Hello, Carlos.
hey Samantha, Carlos, he is our faithful watcher.
I know.
Listen,
I
Miss-
love our supporters.
Listen to message to my husband. You know what?
Because he's not on his
I need
job.
you to be more supportive.
I need you to be great, sir.
Yeah.
I need you to be great. Okay. So, what have you encountered in living the life that you live that you find to be the topic of discussion in other people's lives?
Well, what you and I have this conversation all the time, and I always, like we say, we need to normalize Black people doing great things, having stuff, having cars, having houses, having wealth. And I think for a lot of times people will look at your life and they don't know your struggle.
Right.
They don't know your story. They just look at what you got going on right now, and they're like, because let me tell you something, y'all. If you come and look at this,
Don't
house.
do it.
They have doors that go clong.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
They got these steel doors that go clong. But anyway, your doors just threw me off. But
You looked over there and got
I did.
distracted.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, she's like a little kid.
I am squirrel. But like I said, on the outside looking in, we don't know you and Carlos's struggle. People don't know that, these people Carlos gave 20 something years of his life. You gave what, 12, 11, 12, how many years?
15 years and 10
I do
days.
apologize.
I need my 15 years
Yes.
in my 10 days.
Yes.
It's very important.
Yes. And y'all didn't just go into the military. Y'all have went overseas like several times. Your Carlos's mom has had to, watch y'all's kids.
Raise our kids.
Yeah, but y'all were over there serving your country. There has been a sacrifice. And even for myself, when people look at what you got, they don't know the sacrifice or the story. And then they want to say, well, why do you got to have all of this and that? The one thing that people always say about me, ask me, Vic, why do y'all need a 5-bedroom house?
Oh,
When
we
it's
were
just-
asked that too.
Yeah, when it's just you and Gianna, because we wanted it. And same with y'all.
Because we deserve it.
And then people really looking at y'all side eye because it ain't nothing but you and Carlos.
And
And y'all got 12 rooms and 6 baths. So it's like,
yeah, Carlos said the same thing that you just said.
Yes. Okay.
Why? That's the
Yes.
question. Well, why did y'all decide to do that? Because that's what we wanted. I mean, a lot of times people don't think about the future
yes.
when it comes to, we like entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
We like being able to have our children come and stay with us.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want them to come and feel like they have to sleep on the couch or on the floor or get an air mattress. Not that there's anything wrong with that,
Mm-mm.
but I know a lot of time for me, I don't like going to people's homes if I have to. Me and my husband can't sleep together because they don't have that room for us to sleep together in. And somebody has to sleep on this couch, somebody has to sleep on that couch. That's annoying.
Yeah.
And I don't want to always spend money at a hotel when I go somewhere. So either I won't go or I'll go and be like, I don't want to come back. And I don't want my children to feel that way.
Yeah.
Every time I go home, it's not necessary that it's going to be comfortable. I want my children to be comfortable. I want my grandkids to be comfortable. I want them to want to come to my home because they're going to feel at home and they're not going to feel like a guest. So that's my story and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah. For those that just joined us, because we have quite a few people that just joined us, we are talking about tonight, why does my life offend you? Meaning that we are advocates for normalizing Black people doing extraordinary things,
or having a new normal.
Yeah,
because I feel like the way I grew up, what I have now in this day in 2023, nobody that I knew in 1993 had this. Like nobody that I was kin to. Nobody that I was connected to even have something to aspire to, you know what I'm saying? And so a lot of times when people see you doing more or having more, they question why you decided that that's what you wanted. Like, is there money or whatever? Travis says, I'm happy to see people do well. I was just telling my friend this today because he's closing on his 6,000 square foot.
Wow.
His 6,000 square foot house. I'm happy for him. And you should be, because that's something sometimes it's good to even be able to say, I know somebody who has that. So I know it's possible.
Let me tell you.
Carlos
I
says
love to
most
say
of the
that.
things that I do is to hopefully inspire someone who thinks that they can't do it because of their current circumstances.
Yes.
Yes. I know my friend Tyra, she came to visit me and she brought her oldest daughter
Mhm.
with her, and she said I wanted her to see what's possible.
Yeah.
And she was like, I was like, well, she can go walk around the house and look. And she was so excited.
Mhm.
And for me, I was smiling because she had somebody who she could bring her child
Yeah.
to see something else.
Yeah.
Not saying that her life is,
Yeah.
but it's something else. It's
Mhm.
look, Black people can have this too. I like the
Yeah.
thought of being that for somebody.
Yeah. My mom, she always, when she comes here, she's like, it amazes her when she drives around our neighborhood and see all these Black people in these great big old houses. She said, because when I was growing up, she didn't see something like that.
Mhm.
And so what our generation is doing compared to, and if you really look at it, just our parents, that's not even a gap.
Right.
So I love seeing people being great.
And for me, the thought of my children being able to have more than what I have,
Mhm.
because
Yes.
that's what we aspire. We aspire
Yes.
to have our children do better than us.
Yes.
So if I'm doing better than my mother
Mhm.
did, I can only imagine what my
Mhm.
children are going to have.
Yeah.
I mean, I think about even my youngest child now
Mhm.
and the strides he's taken into ensuring that every job he gets, he's making more.
Yes.
He's making more at 21 than I ever
Mhm.
made at 21. So I can only imagine
Mhm.
what his future holds for
Yeah.
him. And it's really exciting, I have to say. It's really
And
exciting.
I'm glad you said it. I talked to Janaya. I was talking to her today because she was just like, I know what I want to do, but it just seems like it's going to take too long. And she was just discouraged, very discouraged earlier. And I told her, I said, I can only paint a real picture for you. When my parents got a house, that house cost $100,000. When we got our first house, that house cost $186,000. We only have 200 square feet more than our old house. The house we're in now, $500,000. I said, by the time you get 10 years down, you get grown, your houses are going to cost almost $1 million.
Yes.
Everything is going to, inflation is going up. Everything. I said, so you want to make sure that you're setting yourself up for success. I said, don't look at what we got now. You want to strive for greater, better, way better.
Yes, we've purchased several homes in
Yeah.
our throughout our lifetime, and the first house that we had was under $100,000.
Yes.
And it was 1,700. I think it was 1,700 square. Carlos, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was a nice home. It
Yes.
wasn't a 2-story home, but it was really nice, and it was our first home.
Mm-hmm.
And everything about that house was just perfect for us
Mhm.
because the kids were so small. I just couldn't imagine living there now.
No.
But it was perfect for us.
Mhm.
And when I purchased that home, never in a million years that I thought I would be here.
Yeah.
But so to see the evolution of starting there and
Mhm.
being here is really, really nice.
But to me, it's like you had to be inspired somewhere. Your mind didn't just stay the same.
Yes. You should always want more
Yeah.
for yourself and for your family. We've always wanted more.
Yeah.
And I always told Carlos, well, we get a house. It has to be bigger than the one that I got.
Mm.
I mean, because think about it. When you purchase a home and you feel it,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
You're feeling it for that home.
Yeah.
So if you go to another home, your furniture, everything isn't going to always fit the same way.
Mhm.
So either and you're not going to find that same house.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, that was just something we always strive for.
Well, you did it.
If we ever buy another one, it's going to be smaller though.
I don't believe it.
Well, it's not going to be 2-story because I'm not going up any more stairs.
You don't go up these stairs now.
What are you talking about?
Carla,
Don't do it. Don't do it. You tried it.
Yeah.
You tried it. We're
I
gonna keep it
almost-
moving.
yeah, I almost hollered Carlos.
Look at your phone. Look at the computer. Carlos.
Yes. Does she go up those stairs?
Yes.
No, she
Yes.
don't.
Okay. So, what are some other things that people kind of, I don't want to say frown, or I guess kind of turn their nose up at? For me, you don't never sit down nowhere. You always going somewhere. You always doing something.
Okay, I think why do they say that? That's the real question.
Because
Why
they're
do-
not going anywhere. They ain't doing nothing.
Do you think that Black people have a more jealous spirit than, and I don't even want to just say Black people. Do you think, no, I'm gonna say our community, that's what we're talking about. This is Black Wealth Ambassadors Group.
Right?
Do you think that sometimes we suffer more from a jealous spirit than most? That, and I
Yes.
know a lot of people are going to say, well,
And it's going to go back to slavery
yeah,
times
but-
where they had
yeah.
the paper bag kids and
yeah, I just, for me, I think in 2023, it's like we gotta, yeah, they did it, but we gotta move past that. If we keep talking about, well, it happened because of slavery, we'll never get past it, don't you think?
I think that we need to stop using slavery as an excuse for being jealous.
Hmm.
I think we need to stop using that. I mean, the mentality I feel has been passed down from generation to generation, but it's up to us to break that cycle.
Yeah.
It's up to us to say, I see you, sis.
Yeah.
I see you, big bro, little bro. I see you.
Yeah.
I like what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
You're giving me something to strive for. Because if you did it, I'm going to talk to you to see how you did it so I can do it too. I don't want to do what you did though. I want to do this. I have my own lane that I'm trying to fulfill.
Mm-hmm.
I just need you to coach me, mentor me into getting there.
Oh, you just open up a whole nother conversation for me.
Well, come on then. Come on through then. That's what I'm supposed to do.
Okay, so the last time I think Nikita was when we were talking.
Carlos said he think it's more envy than jealousy.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. I'm gonna come back to that.
Okay.
No, not come back to that. What I was gonna say.
Mentorship.
We're gonna talk about what Carlos just said.
Okay.
Because it still goes into what we just got through talking about. So you think it's more envy than jealousy? I need you to explain.
Someone just said something. I don't know who it is. It hadn't popped up over here yet. Okay, here you go. Travis. He says, that's so true. People need to find what makes them happy and stop worrying about everyone else. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so do y'all agree with Carlos? Do you think that it's more envy than jealousy?
I think it's a bit of both.
That.
Because
they're
envious because they want it too, but they're jealous that they can't have it.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of having that discussion about, hey man, how'd you get where you at?
Yeah.
Just wanting to know that knowledge,
mm-hmm.
They would rather just make stuff up about you.
Yeah.
And everyone has these preconceived notions on who you are and what you've done to get what you got.
Mm-hmm.
No one ever wants to actually sit down with you and find out, oh, man, for us, we was military. No one ever wants to just sit down and go, what was it like? I mean, I see where you at now, but what did it take to get you getting through the military to get where you're at? Because it wasn't just handed. There was a lot that had to go into even getting through it.
Mm-hmm.
To even retire, it's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a David, because I know you in here somewhere in all of this. I haven't seen anything you've posted yet, but David has retired. But David was in the Army, and he got, how many times did you get out the Army? I know he changed his MOS several times, but I don't know if it was.
You know what?
So his road was different from our road. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then there was something that had to have occurred for him to stop it, and then something that occurred for him to come back.
Mhm.
You know, so I would love to hear that story if you don't mind sharing it. Carlos says, I was just telling Toya how proud I was of my cousin Carrie came uphill. Watching his growth motivates me to do even more.
Mhm.
Like what, hun? Travis says, some people have the financial means to obtain things and don't know how.
Okay, I agree
That's
with that.
true.
I agree with that. A lot of times our community, we are not good with money. We have the money flowing in, but we don't know what to do with it. We go and buy.
Trips.
No, they don't even do trips. They go and buy stuff that just hangs off their body, and
Jewelry.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna say what else I wanted to say, but they go and buy stuff, and
they walk around with it in bundles and show everybody.
Yeah.
Let me stop.
Yeah.
I'm being messy right now. Pay me no mind.
And I think that even takes us to where we have to talk about how many celebrities and that we know that get all this money and they end up with nothing. You know, they don't have anything to show for it. It's like they wear it all on their bodies, and next thing you know, they ain't got nothing.
I remember posting this picture of someone who was rich and someone who was poor.
Mhm.
And then they talked about how much everything that the poor man had on, but it all cost so much money. And then the rich man had on stuff that was like from Walmart, Target, not paying a whole bunch
Mhm.
for their clothes. One thing we are flashy people.
Yeah.
We are very flashy. Look, we sitting here with
Mhm.
hats on, like
My hat was donated to me.
I got mine from Amazon.
but the thing is that yeah, we are flashy. And you want to know something? I think that we should even normalize it's okay for you to go and buy some Gucci. It's okay for you to buy some Louis.
It is.
It's
It is.
okay.
It
Yeah,
is.
hey, believe me.
But I feel like even with that, because I don't want to fall in the same category of
Mhm.
being envious or jealous
Mhm.
in talking about
Yeah.
people who do that. Because
Yeah.
what you do with your money is your business.
Yeah.
Bottom line, it's
Yeah.
your business. But at the same time, let's try to make a few smarter. I don't even want to say that. Let me be quiet. Shut up, Toya.
I know.
Travis
This
said,
is
my
too
dad
quick.
was making $1,500 a week in the 90s doing construction, and you would never had known it. Didn't properly use the money. Use it, manage it. When you don't, see, before I say what I said. Sometimes
Ooh,
you
he
have
said
to.
1,500 in the 90s?
In the
Ooh.
90s.
Oh, your daddy was making some moolah in the 90s. If he was making 1,500 a week. Yeah.
Doing construction.
Yeah.
So okay. Carlos and I had a discussion. I'm trying to go to what made us start even thinking about it. You keep going to say what you was going to say. I'm thinking about exactly how to formulate what I'm. Because sometimes when you have money
Mhm.
and you don't use it properly, it's because you didn't know how to use it properly. When you come from nothing and no one taught you anything, you're gonna automatically do the wrong thing if you don't go out to get the knowledge for yourself. So it's almost like that generational curse. My mama didn't know, so why would I know? She didn't teach me, so why would I know that? And if no one ever grabbed me by the hand and said, "Hey, I see you making this money. Have you ever thought about investing in something? Here's how investments work. Have you ever thought about doing CDs? Have you ever thought about no? If no one ever grabs you and tells you about this other thing, how to make your money work for you versus you working to get, like, if no one ever says that to you, you're going to do, I don't want to say stupid, but when you talked about the celebrities and stuff that don't have anything, I looked up Lil' Kim's net worth the other day. You know, They got her, and I know that these people are always off. But how are you off by this much? $500,000.
I believe it.
Is that not crazy? I still
Yeah,
be Lil
that's
Kim
hard.
in today. So I know she got to be
Yeah.
making a penny or something off of the streams because Lil Kim stay rotating up in my Spotify. So isn't it weird? All her money went to her surgeries.
Did you really just say that?
Did I say that? Did I just say that?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
We as people have been deprived for so long financially. Unfortunately, social media plays a huge part. Can you explain that a little bit more? How social media plays a huge part in being deprived, or maybe I just read that wrong. Racicia, she's like my old supervisor. I was just telling you about her the other day. Okay, we'll get back on track.
What did she say?
She said, we as people have been deprived for so long financially. Unfortunately, social media plays a huge part.
Okay, I know what you're saying because they're looking at what everybody else got going on and stuff like that. And so, is that what you're saying? And they're wanting to live the life of
that they see on
social media.
You can't believe everything you see on social media.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I get that.
Travis says, she says yes. Travis says, always had a side job of drywall to do, and I started working with him when I was 12. Carlos says, lack of financial education is a killer in our community.
I agree with you.
It is.
I agree with you. I tell people all the time so when I was growing up, my daddy did have a good job, but my daddy was not flashy when he bought a house and he got him a car.
Are you going to tell the story? Go ahead.
Yes, I'm going to tell this story.
Okay, go ahead.
But the only thing that people can ever say my daddy had was a house, and he had a car. He had cars and trucks and stuff like that. As kids, we had stuff, but what I'm trying to say is that I don't even know because you messed me up.
What did I do?
You messed me up. What I was trying to say was that my daddy was not flashy. He saved a lot of his money. And he taught, I don't know what everybody else did, but he taught us to save. So even when I was working at Sonic, making $4.16, when I went off to college, I started working at Sonic at 14 years old. I lied about my age. And I was making $4.16 and tips. When I went off to college, I had $15,000. I was a saver. I've always been a saver, but I was taught financial literacy as a child. And I'm talking about when I was 3 years old, he would give us $5 and he'd tell us, you don't spend $5 on candy. He says, you take half, you spend half, you go put half away. And so I've always done it, but I was taught that. And
Yes.
I look at our community, and Carlos is right, it's because we were taught, or a lot of times we feel like we got $1 in our hand. Let's hear and go and spend
I
it.
got money. I got money.
Let's go and spend it.
Hey,
And we don't think about tomorrow.
Right.
And that's the number one killer in our community.
Racicia also says we need to teach generational wealth.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. And my daddy was forced into retirement at 58, but my daddy is 72 years old and he never had to go back and get a job. He had a portfolio. And I thank God, like I said, so the knowledge that he passed on, and the thing is, my daddy's mom and daddy were poor, very poor. They were very poor. They did not teach him financial literacy, but he got on at a job, and there were some white people there, and they told him, "This is what you do," and they gave him the game. And they passed it on.
Everybody's not fortunate enough to have that. And it's really sad. Even our own people aren't always willing to give that information. And nowadays, in order to get that information, you have to pay to get it. Everyone's selling, oh, we're going to do this seminar. We're doing this. I need more than this. I need you. I need to be able to pick up the phone to call you when I have a question about something.
Mhm.
So I don't want to have to wait to the next seminar before I can get the next bit of information.
Mhm.
That's when I was talking about having a mentor.
Yes.
That's why mentors are so important. Setting financial goals. My daughter is 9, and
Mhm.
her goal is $520 for this year.
Yeah.
Nice. Way to go, Aaliyah. Aw. His daughter is so smart. She is so smart. But yes, just trying to get that financial literacy and having a mentor that can help you walk through doing whatever, and surrounding yourself with people, not necessarily someone who is all knowing,
Yeah.
but having good people who, if they find out information and they know that you're in a predicament where you need the information, they're quick to pick up the phone and be like, hey, I'm over here with such and such. Do you want me to get their number, or can I give them your number so you can call them? Just having people in your corner that's rooting for you. Sometimes that's all it takes, is having the right what's the word? Support system,
Yeah.
the right people in your corner, the right attitudes in your corner, people who are for you and want to see you succeed.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see what Joelle had to say. I knew nothing about budgeting or finance growing up. Wifey had to teach me.
I did teach you, baby.
Teach you.
I did teach you, baby. And
Good.
you're good at it now.
Good job, Marsha.
Mhm. Okay, back to the mentorship, okay?
Okay.
Now, I'm going to play devil's advocate, okay? Yes. Oh, okay. Let's go to some.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need to learn and teach generational wealth. A lot of us had parents that didn't know, so we didn't know, but we can now do better because we know better.
Yes.
That's right. You know better, you do better. Surrounding yourself with people who know more is so helpful. Most of the time, that is a white person. Unfortunately, it is. Unfortunately, it is.
I agree.
We agree. We agree. We agree. It's just the reality of it is kind of what hits you in the heart. Like,
yes.
Oh, it is.
Yes.
You got to find good white people. Some of them will set you up. Sean says, I was never taught financial literacy, and I'm paying for it today. Lack of financial literacy almost made my company fail.
Ooh, Sean, you should have called me. You could have called me.
Resticia says, you can't go wrong owning property. That's true. That is so true. Own something, some property somewhere.
Yes, I agree with you 110%. I think that for our next phase, we need to learn how to build a portfolio. You know, I'm big on that. So I just,
Okay. So
mentorship.
We'll talk about that after. I was getting ready to get into something totally different when you said that. It just sparked something, but we'll talk portfolio. Just remember portfolio when we get offline.
Okay.
Off live. Mentorship.
Okay. So you said earlier that a lot of times we don't have people that are willing to mentor us, and that sometimes it costs. Okay. So when I started doing, I just started an LLC. I also just started a nonprofit too. But I have a degree in business, but there were a lot of things that I have forgotten. I had to call Nikita because Nikita just did her LLC. I knew some of it, but I needed to go a little bit faster, and she was able to help me go a little bit faster. She shared every piece of information that she had. Whatever information I had, I shared with her. We were going back and forth, and she hooked me up with some really, really good people, and I purchased mentorship. This program costs almost $5,000. And I paid all that good money because I can either make, I know what Marsha wants. Marsha wants to make millions, not because I need money, but I got 2 little girls that's dependent on me. I got some grandkids. The Lord gonna bless me with some grandbabies and some great grandbabies. And the Bible that I read, it said that you're supposed to set up wealth for your kids. Okay. So that's what I keep in the back of my mind. But a lot of times, people do offer a lot of free workshops and free mentorship, but we won't even take advantage of it. People are giving all this knowledge and they're feeding you. And sometimes we want to be fed for free, but we will go and buy dinners and shoes and cars and jewelry and stuff like that, but we won't invest in bettering ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, do I offer some free stuff? Yes, I do. And to be really honest with you, I give more free stuff away than I give anything else away. Anybody could call me and ask me about a budget. Anybody could call me and ask me, what should I do about this? I'll never tell your business, and I'm going to give you the game. But sometimes people want all of you for free. And us as a community, sometimes we act like people owe us something. Don't nobody owe us nothing. I believe in mentorship, but I also believe in paying for it too. I believe that you can get this level of mentorship, and then you can get this other level of mentorship. If somebody is a millionaire and they're willing to give me the game for $4,000 or $5,000, I'm getting it. I want it.
Carlos says we were taught to just put our money in banks and not invest in the market.
That part.
One of the fastest ways to create generational wealth is actually investing in your life. A good life insurance policy is the easiest way to set your family up for success.
Yes.
But it is. But I would like, if nothing else, I would like to spend a lot of my money while I'm here.
Yeah.
Invest in yourself. Dang, I have to go. She said she has to go to a meeting. Ladies, this is great. Please let me know when you're on again. I appreciate and love the information. Mm-hmm. Every Thursday at 7. LaShawn says, the game is to be sold, not told. I'll pay.
I respect.
Yes. Okay, what were we talking about? You were telling everybody. You were telling everybody something. We got a little distracted. It's okay. But yes, life insurance policies. A lot of people don't even have life insurance policies, and then they come with this GoFundMe thing.
Girl,
take.
I know this.
What?
You're right.
Take those $1 million shoes. $1 million shoes and sell them. It's just, I don't know. It's something about that just irks me.
Yeah.
I swear it irks me.
Yeah, let me tell you.
And I'm gonna be the one having y'all go do a GoFundMe. Something gonna happen and they're gonna need me to help out. What?
Okay.
But set you up a GoFundMe page. But even medical insurance. People don't have medical insurance and they need GoFundMe pages for that.
Okay, now let me tell you something. There was a point in my life where I could not afford medical insurance.
There was, what did she say? There was a point.
Yes,
didn't like the way she was living in that point. And she decided to change her life, change her circumstances, change her surroundings and everything. So now she doesn't have that problem. She's at appointments every other day. You hear me? Baby, this is the healthiest person I know. No, because she gonna make sure ain't nothing going on with her. No. Run my blood. Run the blood. Make sure there's nothing wrong with it. This one right here. I got appointments set up all day, every day. Got to make sure everything is good. But no, seriously though, when you think about it, like it's things like that. When you were in positions of I don't have, if nothing else, that should motivate you.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you have to hit bottom for you to make that change in your life to where I don't never want to feel that way again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody doesn't hit bottom. And they stay stuck in that.
And then some people are smart enough to not hit bottom. Just take our word for it.
Because you don't want to hit bottom.
One thing is for sure. Two things are for sure: bills and death. You need some life insurance. You need to get something, even if it ain't nothing but $10,000. Tell them they can cremate you for $1,000, and they have $9,000 left over. And then I always tell people, I'm gonna give you the game real quick in a hurry. You need to get you some life insurance. When I tell you there is like so many people in this group that sells life insurance, baby, I promise you, this is the life insurance hub in the Black Wealth Ambassadors group. Life insurance, you need to get you and start investing. People think that you have to have millions or thousands of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars to invest. You can go to Robinhood, Acorn. I have Robinhood and Acorn. Acorn, all these places you can invest $10. That's
Is it
it.
penny stocks?
Penny stocks, yes. Start you a portfolio. Learn what a Roth IRA is. Get you a Roth IRA, and you can start off with $100. This is free game. What else people need?
Need to get their life. Okay, we're talking about serious stuff, right?
Yes, we are.
We're talking about serious stuff, but don't forget to live. I feel like so often people forget to live.
I agree.
They get so caught up in, I got this bill to pay, I got that. Pay your bills because your credit is very important.
Mm-hmm.
You need good credit in order to have anything in this world.
Good credit.
And so get your credit together. Your credit score is important.
Yes.
I know your mama probably had some stuff in your name when you was 6. Don't worry about that. We're going to bounce back from that. We're going to come back, right?
Yeah.
And we're going to get our credit together. We have people in this group that does credit repair and can tell you all kinds of great things about how to repair your credit.
Yes.
So if you tried to get a car and they was trying to give you a 12% APR, that's not the car you should have gotten. You should have said, you know what? Let me go fix my credit and then I'll be back.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the home buying experience. Let me tell you, just stay tuned. We got a lot of stuff, but to buy a home, you got to have some good credit.
Credit, it runs the world.
Mm-hmm.
If you think about anyone who owns any property, anything, they either got it because they had good credit or someone passed and left it to them. They had good credit. Yeah. But good credit is a must.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Your debt to income ratio, know what your debt to income ratio is. This is free game. Like, boom, here it is.
Carlos says that the Black Collective and Stock Group, they share some good investment information, free classes, and a lot more.
Yeah, I say there's a lot of free investment workshops and stuff like that. Those are good to go to. I'm not good in investing, but personal finances and business finance, I'm good at that. What else he's saying?
That's it. He just said the Black Collective and Stock Group.
Okay.
What else? We talked about Roth IRA. We talked about credit. We talked about debt to income ratio. We talked about life insurance, medical insurance,
budget,
health budgeting.
Yes, you need a good budget. A budget,
queen of budget right here.
Your budget is like is like the lifeline. Whether you have a business, whether your personal finance, your company needs a budget. You need a budget. If you spending more money than what you bringing in, of course you feeling like you living paycheck to paycheck or can't take that extra trip, And like Tori was saying, you were saying live.
Yes.
It's okay to live, be great, enjoy your life. I probably in the past 2 years, that's all I've probably been doing with this group is enjoying my life.
She met somebody who liked to enjoy life.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah. They like to travel and see things. It is beautiful. So spend your money on some trips. And the best thing about it,
even if it's one a year.
But tell them they can pay.
You can pay on it. If you get to a travel agent, you got to pay them. I mean, it's a little bit extra, but you don't have the money anyway. So
yeah.
You're making payments. You're going to make payments on that too.
Oh, yes.
Oh, Carlos says you definitely have to be disciplined. You have to be disciplined in order to have a good budget.
Let me tell you.
Carlos keeps trying to teach Akil about budgeting.
Let me tell you
and all
something.
that.
He just said that right there. He just said it all right there. You can have a budget, put all your stuff on that piece of paper, but if you're not disciplined to follow your blueprint, you're gonna continue to be in the same place. So it's the truth.
Yes, when you start allocating, you got to be. You have to be. What is it? You have to be realistic.
Yes,
that's the word, girl. I be losing them words, but they be coming back. You have to be real. And you have to be realistic with your budget.
And a lot of times people, they do pie in the sky stuff. You want to know what your spending habits are? Don't use no cash whatsoever. Take your debit card. Everything that you just do it for 2 months. Swipe whatever you normally pay for, use your card. Then at the end of that 2 months, even at the end of that month, to be honest with you, you'll see where all of your coins go. I guarantee you, half of y'all, your coins are going to Amazon. I thank you.
Amazon is my friend. Do you invest in Amazon? You got to invest in Amazon.
Do.
You got at least 3, 4, 5 stocks because you know they expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Travis says I have to do 2 a year now. 1 is next month. Traveling.
Okay.
That's what he's talking about.
Okay.
He's talking about traveling. Yes. You know, it's kind of, sometimes we have to keep up with what we said because it comes in a little bit slower for us. So we have to go, what is this coming on? So that's what that was. That's the reason why she was a little, I got your back.
You did.
I got your back.
But that's the thing. Live your best life. If you like Louis Vuitton, Gucci, we ain't, believe me.
Ain't nobody. Hey, do you, boo?
Come look in our closets.
Don't look at mine.
Yeah.
I'm going to the Salvation Army, the Goodwill.
Mm-mm.
You know?
It's okay to have all of that stuff, but if you carry a $5,000 purse and you got $3.50 off in there, take that purse, go put it on Posh, sell it, get you some money, and invest.
Carlos says definitely create a rainy day fund account because you are going to eventually have to need it. Have a need for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, all of those rainy days. Mary came out with one when she did that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes, definitely a rainy day fund or emergency fund, whichever you want. And then most people, they tell you, if you go and look at all the gurus, they tell you to start off at $1,000. Yeah, $1,000 is nice. After you get to the $1,000, aim for $5,000. After you get to $5,000, aim for 10. After you get to 10, aim for 15. You should be going up almost $5,000 every 2 years. So, yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Okay, what other nuggets? What other nuggets can we give the people? Or people, can y'all give us more nuggets? I mean, it's something that we're not thinking of. We don't trust. We only know what we do.
Mm-hmm.
We only know what we try to control. I don't want to say control, but we try to make sure it's straight for us. Y'all can teach us stuff too. We're always ready to learn.
I'm going to say this. When I was 23 years old, I remember my pastor saying, if you see the Lord blessing somebody with a new house, a new car, or whatever, it doesn't matter. If it's something that's really, really nice, really, really huge, instead of stopping and saying, I wonder how they get that, be like, ooh, Jesus, yes.
You did it for them. I know you're going to do it for me.
Exactly. People will tell you, when I tell you, people love to call and tell me they got something new or did something new. Because, baby, when I tell you I'm going all the way in and over top, yes. Because if he did it for them, that just let me know, oh, he's still in the blessing game.
Let me tell you, her daughter is just like her.
Yes.
That little Gianna?
Yes.
Baby.
Yes.
That 3-year-old be so excited about
baby,
stuff.
Yes. And I teach her that early. You celebrate people. Be happy for them. You get a new business, great. That's awesome. What they say?
Carlos says, your home is your biggest investment, so know your worth.
Mm.
Equity is better than money in the bank.
Mm. There is a formula to paying off your house early. Most people say just to pay an extra payment at the end of
Principal
the year.
payment? Mhm.
Yes, that is true. You can take a whole take a whole payment and tell them to apply it for the principal at the end of the year, or you can divide it out. Another way that what you can do is pay your home on the 1st, and then I think it's on the 15th. Never mind. I'll have to put that formula in the group because I know I'm about to get it wrong.
But we don't want you to get it wrong.
Yeah,
and we do want y'all to know it's something.
It's a formula that, and you only pay like $500 or $600 or something like that, and
Carlos,
you pay your house
bi-weekly. It's faster than that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Are you paying bi-weekly, sir?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know anything about paying that. But you also have to make sure that you have the funds to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure it's you put it in that thing we call the budget. Budget that in as well.
You know what? Shay's messy. She's just like you.
That's my baby. Marsha said Shay is messy.
She's just like you. That is your child.
I love her. That's my baby. I'm staying beside her. I'm staying beside her.
I'm telling you.
We're not going to do this today. What are the nuggets? What are the nuggets?
Or do y'all have any questions? Or do you want to, how does it make you feel when you see other people, especially Black people, doing great? How does it make you feel?
Or have you been the victim of envy?
Why you say that like that? Oh my God.
That's what we identified it at, right? Travis says, I'm saving $27 a day for half the year. Okay.
I know that, right.
Okay. Carlos says, I actually pay an additional $200 towards the principal every month, which will knock about 8 to 9 years off of my mortgage, ma'am. Thank you for informing us. This is an educational moment. Everybody wants to know what everybody is doing to help themselves out financially. This is a great thing that you're doing for us. Okay, what else? What other nuggets? Joelle, you got some nuggets you want to put out there that your wife may be missing? Joelle probably out somewhere asleep.
Don't do my husband. Don't do my husband. Mm-mm.
Okay, other little nuggets. What about car insurance nuggets? Any car insurance nuggets?
Get the cheapest car insurance that you can possibly find, because car insurance is a ripoff.
Till you need it.
Until you need it. You know what? Listen, if you get a car, you should always get Gap insurance. I don't care what nobody tells you.
Please get Gap insurance.
I know Gap insurance is $4,000 more. Get that Gap insurance. You will thank me later.
Baby. Yeah. See, I'm glad I thought of the car insurance because there's a lot of young people. A lot of young people that didn't have anyone to tell them anything different. And they be the ones in wrecks all the time, which is so weird to me. But you still owe on that car.
Yeah. And ain't nothing you can do about it. Not one thing. I know. I learned it the hard way.
I know. She always learns stuff the hard way. But experience is the best teacher.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking about something and I just forgot.
You know, that happens to us. You know, once you hit 40.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
things,
No, no, no,
the
no, no, no,
chemicals
no, no,
in
no,
your
no,
brain
no, 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 that's a
don't
lie.
chemical the same way.
No, no.
No, but this was a really, really good conversation to have.
I'm trying to think. Yeah.
It was a really good conversation. Yeah,
What is your takeaway from this?
that my husband is on it.
Mhm.
Baby, do you see all these nuggets my baby dropped in this here?
He did.
In this conversation.
He did, but he had a good teacher.
Life is the best teacher
Mhm.
ever.
Yeah.
It's the best, absolute best teacher ever. Yes, yes, ma'am. Learn to cook because people waste a lot of money eating out.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of cook, right? I had one of the best meals I've had this entire past 5-10 years. Tonight's
Did you say?
5-10 years.
Did you say that?
That was amazing.
No, he has cooked quite a. Listen.
No. I
now
said
listen.
one of the best.
Okay.
The past 5-10 years
Okay.
happened up in my kitchen tonight.
And it was so good. Oh my
Baby.
God. Catfish stuffed
With shrimp and spinach.
and
what
some
was
type of
something?
homemade Alfredo sauce.
Mhm.
Now he almost
Some-
killed me with a toothpick. But, okay.
He forgot. He
It was-
forgot.
It was, when I tell you, he put his whole leg. He didn't put his foot in. He put his leg in there. He killed that. Thank you, Carlos. So he saved us
So
some
cook.
money.
Cook, people. Cook. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Now, another good nugget that came from who? Mr. Lewis.
Mhm. I'm trying to think, is there anything else that we're missing here? But at the end of the day, we want y'all to be great. We want you to keep supporting each other.
And shake the haters off.
Yeah.
So when people say you're extra
Mm.
or you're doing too much, you
Yeah.
let them know that they're basic and they're not doing enough.
Yeah.
Period.
And let me tell you something. Toya said this earlier and she touched on it. Get you a group of friends that do not mirror who you are now, but where you're going. Get you a group of friends that see your greatness on the inside of you and will push you to be even great. So I went to an event yesterday, and what I got, it said awards, stars, shooting for the stars, red carpet. Okay. That's the invitation that I got.
Lights, camera, action.
Yes. Okay. That's exactly what it said. Lights, camera, action, red carpet affair. Now, Black people, you already know when we see that, oh, baby, what are you talking about? We coming with it. Now, granted,
Popping flavor and dripping sauce.
that's what she said too. I got to this event and my Caucasian brothers and sisters were walking into this event with jeans on and pants, these pantsuits, but they were not like, because we come with a pantsuit. It's like, ugh.
Baby, let me tell you.
No.
Yes.
I sat in that car.
It was plain.
Yes. I sat in that car.
Flavor and dripping sauce.
I had on a gold sparkly dress with some black sparkly boots, looking like I just jumped straight out of the Wizard of Oz. And I was like,
that's not what you look like when you left out your house, though. What did you look like when you left out your house? And when you looked at yourself before you walked out the house?
Oh, baby, I thought I was killing. And then let me tell y'all something. I have me a white fur shawl, okay?
Oh, baby, the luxury.
I promise to God, I walked out that house bad. I pulled up and I watched my Caucasian brothers and sisters walk in there. And I sat in that car and I said, I'm not going in there. I'm not going to this event.
She was getting ready to go home.
I'm going to go home. She called me.
The Lord told me to call her.
And I told her, I said, I'm completely overdressed in this event and there's no way I'm going in there.
Opportunity knocks.
Baby, you want to know what she told me? She told me, yeah, you going in there. I was like, no. She's like, no, when you walk up in there, they're going to be like, oh, who is that? We want to be connected to her. She says, you don't do that. But when I tell you, she said, she was just talking, okay?
Listen,
Feed my soul. And baby, by the time I pulled off that fur,
everybody want to take pictures with her.
yes.
The celebrity realtor is in the house. Yes, baby.
Yes.
She's doing $1 million listings. You better look the part. You better look the part.
That part right there. Get you a friend like that,
You better
okay?
get one of these.
Yes.
Everybody needs a toy on their team.
Yes.
Baby, yes.
I walked in there hype, okay, baby. You couldn't tell me anything, and walked in there like I was a whole boss, okay. The boss that I am, I walked in there like that, and I felt it. But my friend spoke into me. She see the greatness inside of me. Get people that see your greatness.
Yes.
So
That
my
was just
right.
a little nugget that she wanted to throw out there. No matter if you're overdressed or not, you're never overdressed. They're underdressed.
That's
baby.
right. That's right. That's right.
Goals. Okay, so we're at our hour.
Yes.
Actually a few minutes over. But anyway, this was an amazing conversation that we just had with you. Oh, okay. Somebody said something. Stop allowing someone else's opinion to affect your attitude.
Mm-hmm.
I've sent a notice to all haters, and it reads, "Thanks for the motivation." I know that's right.
Yeah.
I'm only getting better. Self-care is the best care. I know
Yes.
that's right.
That's how we
Thanks for the
ended.
motivation. And that's what she did. She motivated all those people. Everybody want to be connected.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, that Marsha E. Dudley. Yes, that one. Yes. What's her number? Why don't I know her already?
Yeah. Everybody kept saying, oh my God, next year we expect to see you up here. And I was like, you are, don't worry. I'm gonna get into all them awards. Y'all gonna be mad. But all right, that's our time. And we appreciate all of y'all for jumping in. Listen, we love that y'all are always commenting and joining in the conversation.
Yes.
We truly appreciate all of y'all.
Yes. Because we just be here talking like we do every day.
We do. All right. Well,
It's good to know we would have people to talk to if they was around us.
yeah, true.
Well, we'll see you all next week. Same time. 7
p.m.
Yes. So until next time, good night, you guys.
Good night. Have a wonderful night. And be ready next week because we will be ready to talk about
it. Talk about it. Talk about it.